have this story of the impossible, a tale best or suffering. Wanna make believe maybe impossible to achieve, and really close.
I'm a bit of a sucker in myself because I'm compelled to help. If I can, I will. June's the same. We just both, if we can help, we will. We'd been here less than a week, I think it was. We was just out for a walk and we could hear this tiny little kitten screaming and screaming and screaming. And when we looked into the bushes, there was a tiny little 1-month-old black kitten. From the minute we found Bandit, it was a downhill slant. We found more and more and more.
Maybe impossible to achieve, and really close. Whatever happened to the great escape and all the plans we made?
So money just started pouring out until we went to the bank one day and realised there was less than £500 there, I think. And neither of us were working, so things got slightly desperate.
We have this story of the impossible, a tale best or suffering. Wanna make believe maybe impossible to achieve, but also
It's very hard emotionally. It's easy to get attached to any animal. You bring them in, they're in a very bad way, you help them, you give them a lot of love, they always show you a lot of love back, so it's very easy to get attached to any animal, any creature. Marley we found from minutes old. Unfortunately, her mum was hit by a car on the highway, and when she was rushed to the vets to try and save her, she was pregnant, and Marley was the only kitten that survived. So we actually reared Marley from the minute she was born by cesarean. So when I arrived, the vet had already removed her. She was just sitting on the draining board where he was washing his tools, and he didn't know what to do, because to rear a kitten newborn is difficult enough, but the fact that she was maybe a few days premature, the risk of shock and hypothermia and her dying was very, very high. It takes a lot of care, a lot of dedication. Every hour feeding, changing a hot water bottle to keep her warm 2 to 3 times a night. When you put so much in and she gives so much back, you know, I'd rehome her tomorrow, not because I don't want her, but because she can give so much love to someone else. You know, we have a lot of cats, and every one of our cats wants a lot of love, but how can just 2 people give all the animals all the love they need? We spread ourselves very thin, and we just do the best we can.
We had differences to know what to say. Mind is a razor blade to call for hands of above. To be on wouldn't be good.
To say life is absolutely rosy and doing what we do would be a lie. It is very, very hard. Staying afloat sometimes meant we lived on beans on toast, the cats still got fed. That was what staying afloat was. Falling months behind with bills, You know, we have dreams and plans, and all the time we do this, they're impossible. It's not feasible. We don't get huge donations, we don't get government donations. We are supported by some local MPs from the UK, but it's very, very difficult because there are so many people out there who do commit fraud. We are not two of them people. Our situation is very, very real. Very real. I don't sleep of a night, it's so real. We keep doing what we do because we get a great feeling out of it. You know, we don't have kids. We're in a foreign country. We don't have any family here. The animals are our family now. We give them love, they give us love. I see every morning when I get up, cats fast asleep, snuggled up here, snuggled up there, happy, comfortable, content. It's the greatest reward to know you gave them that. You give them the roof, you give them the food, you give them the love. You gave them back a life they would never have had. At the moment it's going to be indefinitely. There's no way out. People say when you dig yourself into such a hole, there's no way out. How can we turn our backs now? We can honestly say we've put maybe more than 1,000 animals through our door. Maybe even more than that since we've been here. That's 1,000 animals we're responsible for, 1,000 animals' lives we've saved, rehomed, sent to England, some of which we still have. Even Bandit. Bandit, we would rehome him, but he was the first, and he could very well be to blame for everything. We love him to bits, but we were a sucker when we met him.